And prehistoric hunter, that's a funny name, I like it, says, "Hi, male 22 from Serbia. I have fear of intimacy. My relationships don't last longer than 1 month." What do you think happens? She's going to eat you alive if it lasts more than 1 month. What is you, Cinderella? After a certain time period, you're going to turn into pumpkin? What happens? What, she's going to do what? What's the fear? Fear of what? What happens? Well, if I commit myself to this girl, then no other girl I can experience or be free. Well, you know, linear timing. We have a certain number of years to build what we want to build in this form that we are, physical form, and that time eventually comes to end. So when you think you're free, but you still want to build stuff, accomplish stuff, what about when time has passed and you come to an age that you say, oh, you know what? I really wanted to do all these things that I wanted to build, but I never got to build because every time I brought the material to build, I had the fear of building something. But now that there's no more time, I wish I had built something because I could have gone into it and used it as shelter and be safe and feel psychologically secure. So if you think about the pros and cons, then you can see, okay, do I want the freedom to roam around, or do I want to have a nest and build something so I know where I come back to every night? It depends on what kind of stage of life you are at. It may not be important to you at all, and that fear of intimacy that you call may not be a fear, maybe the age that you're in and you're not interested in that. You're 22-year-old, and that's exactly why you don't want to commit into a relationship, because there's so many wonderful things out there you want to see. So many beautiful girls, so many relationships and possibilities, and you think by committing to one relationship, then you will miss out. That's if you think a relationship is only physical. Then that's true. There's always another girl that can be more enticing and sexy, and you want to, you know, get to know her for intimacy and all that. But if you look beyond that physical intimacy, you will see there's a lot more to a woman than how beautiful she looks. There's so much things that you can share and find compatibility in, harmony in, the psychological security you can find in each other, the sharing of views, emotions, supporting each other in light of the challenges of life and how you negotiate on your daily lives. A real friend, a real partner, someone who feels with you, for you, about you, and you do the same. And the ideas you can bounce around each other and share and criticize constructively or expand on, then you will see there's a lot more to a relationship with a woman than just sex, which is limited. Anything physical, any physical limitation to a relationship, any physical part of a relationship, any physical motivation for a relationship is limited. You have sex with a beautiful girl, and eventually that girl, as beautiful as she still is, doesn't look that exciting to you anymore. So what happened? It is just like you look at a beautiful flower or a tree, or look at the blossom on springtime, and you think that's all that plant, that tree can offer. And when that blossom is no longer as abundant or as much or in the same color anymore, a few weeks later, you think that's the end of experience with that plant, with that tree. But you don't know that that tree can also provide shade, fruits, sustenance, and you taking care of the tree also brings you certain kind of a psychological security, satisfaction, accomplishments, pride, confidence. The interaction to recognize how deep the capabilities of the tree, what it can provide, and the interaction between the two is going to give you the whole picture, but you won't stick around to find that out because you only focus on the physical, what could be seen at the time you were looking at the tree, not what the tree was capable, which was coming. And this was a prelude. The blossoms were the prelude to what it was going to be able to provide or bring to fruition. So the same thing with a woman. When you have a relationship with a woman, there's a lot more to that woman. It's an intelligent being. It's someone that can enhance you, encourage you, inspire you, if you get to know each other, both of you, for each other. But if you only think about, okay, the girl thinks, okay, the guy is good looking, he's got money, okay. And the guy says, well, the girl is good looking and, that's, fun. You have really lost the real qualities in each other by only looking at the surface. It's just looking at the blossom and not waiting around or digging around or exploring further to see what this tree's species is, what it can provide, what kind of fruit, what kind of sustenance, what you can build from its branches. You can build a house. From its fruits you can get nourishments, and from the interaction with it you can take care of it and fill up your soul and be happy and be content and feel that you mean something. All of that comes from both of you going deeper in the relationship than just physical part. And that anything physical is limited, including sexual intimacy and all that, which would limit your understanding of the opportunity you had to get to know and cultivate that relationship in a deeper level, because you never get to know about the girl, about her intelligence, wisdom, class, manners, things that it can instill in you, inspire you, teach you, learn from you, together share things, build. So, is it the game of chess that is boring, or is the limit of your information, the limit of your capabilities, knowledge about the game? Is it the chess game that is boring, or is your lack of enough knowledge about what this game is all about? You can see the possibilities in chess game is endless. If you know the openings and middle game and end game and all these possibilities there, it's exciting and it's beautiful. But if you study it, if you give yourself a chance to learn it, same thing with the relationship. When you only focus on one aspect of a relationship with a woman, we only talk about what kind of relationship, one kind, and you guys, I'm talking about like from boys' point of view. You guys can switch it around to whatever type of relationship you have. So if you only limit your relationship to just the beauty of a woman, it's very limited. It's like a few first openings of a chess game. What about the whole entire experience of this game? Amazing stuff in there, devising plans and all kinds of wonderful things that you can find in their possibilities. And this should go in both directions in all relationships. So, at age 22, you only see one dimension what relationship is about, and that makes you feel you're going to be limiting yourself if you commit yourself to that relationship. Instead of thinking, by committing to it, you will get to know a lot more about what you can see now, which then you can decide if it's working or not, which that would be a deep bond on consciousness level and all the other things that we just talked about, and not what is visible to the naked eye. So perhaps you just hang around, do what you got to do right now. Don't have to be, in a look at your relationship. There has to be a long one. Just see how long it lasts. When you grow up a little bit further, when you're 25, 26, 27, 28, you'll be then looking for, you understand what I'm saying here now, that, okay, yeah, none of those temporary physical connections actually get me anywhere. There's a lot more in there that I'm hoping for, to learn, to experience. Therefore, I'm going to stick around longer and make bigger and deeper efforts. Hope that would be something for you to ponder. Prehistoric hunter. So at one point you will stop hunting and start building. That was philosophical. All right. All right.